Yeah. We are live, and today's topic is about the master grant, the pineal gland, and we're going to focus on how pineal gland regulate activities of the other glands and regulate the avatar, the body itself, how hormones get regulated, and how can you and once we have tackled on the avatar perspective, then we are going to talk about the in terms of in terms of the pineal gland as a man as a last energy center. Always keep in mind there is a intuition that connects to our body, and the last is the pineal gland. So we want to talk about what the pineal gland is for, what the pituitary gland is all about. Remember, the pineal gland relates to third eye, some of the third eye, but all we have to know is the energy center on how it regulates the avatar itself and regulate the activities of the body and our daily life. So if you have any questions, don't forget to put it on the comment section. Once you have put your question on the comment section, then everything is going to be fine, because we are going to start sharing ideas. We are going to start helping which is which, asking questions, and those questions are going to help us or elevate our consciousness and reach hyper awareness. That is the most important thing that is going to happen. Yeah, so this is this is the article we are going to share, the master gland of the body explained, and the title is Pictorial Gland Explained, the master gland of the body. So what does the master gland say? Let's look into it.
Hi everyone, welcome back, and today we're talking about the pituitary gland.
Yeah.
Even
So
though
let's
it's about the
listen.
size of a
We should do.
pea, it plays a massive role in controlling growth.
Yeah. So let's start.
Hi everyone, welcome back, and today we're talking.
I hope you are able to see it clearly. This is the master pictorial gland he have put it on the. He has put on his hand. It's the pictorial gland. You see. So this pictorial gland is what regulate hormones, and is called master gland, and is going to explain it. Whether let's here is it going to just explain the anatomy, or is going to also include the physiology, its function. Remember, anatomy is all about the body parts, uh, while the picture itself is it also, while physiology is about those body body parts, the how they work, how they relate, how they function. So once we hear anatomy and physiology, is about the human it's about human uh, body parts in relation to their functions. So let's continue.
Talking about the pituitary gland. Even though it's about the size of a pea, it plays a massive role in controlling growth, fertility, metabolism.
So you can hear that it plays a key role in controlling metabolism,
And stress. That's
stress
why we call
itself, you see, and it's called the pituitary gland. Metabolism, stress, other
it the
fluoride.
master gland. The pituitary sits at the base of your brain, tucked just beneath the hypothalamus. It's divided into two lobes, the anterior pituitary, which produces hormones, the posterior pituitary, which stores and releases hormones made in the hypothalamus. Here are the key hormones to remember. The anterior pituitary, which produces hormones. The posterior pituitary, which stores and releases hormones made in the hypothalamus. Anterior pituitary growth hormone, GH, drives bone and muscle growth. Thyroid stimulating hormone, TSH.
You see, thyroid stimulating hormone. Thyroid stimulating hormone play a role. It will play a crucial. If you are a woman, thyroid stimulating hormone is what regulates even estrogen and progesterone production, oxytocin production in your avatar. While if you are a man, then the process of excretion, anti-diuretic hormone is regulated by thyroid stimulating hormone. The thyroid stimulated, it just stimulates other hormones. In short, we can just say so.
Regulates thyroid activity. Adrenocorticotropic hormone, ACTH, stimulates the adrenal glands to produce prolactin, supports milk production after childbirth. FSH and LH, control reproductive function, ovulation in women, sperm production in men. Posterior pituitary, anti-diuretic hormone, ADH, manages water balance through the kidneys. Oxytocin, important for labor contractions, breastfeeding, and maternal bonding. When things go wrong, low hormone output, hypopituitarism, can lead to growth failure, infertility, or fatigue. Excess hormone production, hyperpituitarism, can cause disorders like gigantism, acromegaly, or Cushing's disease.
Problems. So here is the human brain, and here what is here is what the pituitary gland is. You see, this is the pituitary. This is the pituitary gland itself. If you are able to see, this is the picture. That's it, the pituitary gland. So let's continue.
Pituitary tumors may result in headaches, vision changes, or hormone imbalance. As clinicians, recognizing subtle signs early, like abnormal growth, menstrual irregularities, or increased thirst, can make all the difference in patient outcomes. So, there's a quick overview of the pituitary gland, the little powerhouse that keeps so many systems in balance. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe for more quick medical refreshers. I'll see you next time.
So that is that about the pituitary gland. So you can look in terms of energy center, it's the energy center. Look, if you want to examine no more from the time you were born, the pituitary gland helps in the do you know the once we say the master gland, because it has positive charge. It's in chemistry, and in chemistry it has potassium charge K, you see, which is positive charge, and it's like the arrow that is at the top of the, you can or if in biology you can just look at where the brachima is, where all the energies is located, and that is what regulate the all the hormonal production in the body, you see. So once once it is able to regulate all the hormone production in the body, then all the aviator maintain its homeostasis. But once the pectoral have failed to regulate hormonal production, then you also fail to regulate the uh, production of hormones in your avid also regulate fail to regulate uh, to maintain homeostasis. That's why all the other problems comes in the the infertility, the dysfunctions of other body parts. So for you now to truly understand this now in terms of what science say, because this is what I have expressed, what biology say. For you to understand truly of what this energy center is, what do you really need to know is now to understand existence. You have to study exactly like where you are here. We are give you information of what existence is. So you need to become God. You see, once you have become God, you have to look within, make any conscious questions. They know that your avatar is maintained by the spirit. You see, and the spirit is who you are, and the spirit is what helps your avatar achieve homeostasis. You see, that's why we always say, look within, make an cautious, learn, be archetype. All those with God are the archetypal structures of your mind. You know your brain have left and right hemispheric functions, and that the in between there is that separate the two, and they are bones. You see, that is separate your brain from left. There is a gap. You can in the heart is the heart. What separate left ventricles and left ventricle and right ventricles is called septum. But in your brain, there is a gap, but I don't know what it's called. But you can just also relate it as a septum as such, because as when there is where there is cerebellum, there is a gap in between. But you know that the cerebellum is what is at the top that covers the of the bregima whatsoever, and deep down that it connects to your spinal cord is what medulla oblongata is, and you know its function about the thinking whatsoever. And the cerebellum, you also know where it is located down, and in between the cerebellum is where now the pituitary gland comes in, and with it their function, and they connect to the hypothalamus, and the hypothalamus is what connect to the brain. This is all now about coordination. If you have studied the coordination system, then you can understand it clearly. But for you to know now how your avatar maintain homeostasis is now via understanding of existence, that as you where knowing where you are, why you are here, and why you are doing. And for you to know existence, first you have to know that existence is where we are living. According to occult teaching, they say we live in a hologram, and in the hologram there is mathematical information. So for you as an individual being, since the time you were born, you were mathematical. You were a soul. The soul have information. Everything you say, you were creating. That is how creation happened. Just like everything we see as we are dreaming and living. We build things, we destroy, we build, we destroy, we build. That is God and devil. Because remember, devil is all about destruction, while God is all about the conservation. That's why when we are dreaming, we build, we destroy, we dream, and we create a dream, beautiful dream world. And this was why we live in a shared dream. So for you to truly understand the existence, you have first to analyze yourself from within. Your dream, be dream, have a dream analysis. You have a dream journal. The more you write your dream journal, the more lucid you become, and the more your soul actualizes. And as an awakened, if you are an awakened being, then also you have to truly now understand simulations, or that the simulations are also information, and know people who are around you, who are living here, who are the most powerful and who are not the most powerful. Those are most powerful. What do they need? What do they like? You as a also spiritual being, what do you need? What do you like? What do you want? All those need now is embodied now self awareness. See, once you are self aware of who you are, you know you are now assertiveness comes in. You know your strength and your weaknesses. Once you have known your strength and your weaknesses, then you become self-actualized being. Then you also looks into the needs of others, what they demanding. Then you, once you have now started this understanding these archetypical structures of who God is, who the devil is, and how powerful they are, and how they are used on this world, it's now when you understand that eh, eh, it's when now you understand that exist what existence is, and truly knowing your true self, your spirit itself, and enjoy, create, and adapt to changes that you might face in your process of learning, growing, and struggling. Yeah, that is that, guys. I wanted to share with you. Bye.